The following program is brought to you in living color on NBC.
Captain's log stardate 7232.5. The Enterprise has spent the last 2 weeks mapping a previously unexplored sector. Long-range sensors indicate a rich iridium vein on the 7th planet of an uninhabited system. A landing party is investigating.
Jim, I don't know why we're taking this risk. I mean, one false move and a chain reaction could blow away half this continent.
Iridium may be unstable, Bones, but it's essential to starship construction. The source in this sector is going to be extremely important to the Federation for many years to come. Besides, I trust my people.
He suffered a terrible loss, Jim. Freeman meant everything to him.
Duty leaves little time for personal pain.
Or personal relationships. Like uncle, like nephew, you both ignore what you can't control. Grief, family. Don't you see? No amount of throwing yourselves into your work is going to make either disappear. We were having a conversation.
You were psychoanalyzing, Bones. I wasn't listening.
Preliminary scans indicate a rich deposit close to the surface. There will be minimal danger in extracting it. An extraordinary find.
Let's mark this vein and wrap things up, Spock. Kirk to Enterprise, come in. Kirk to Enterprise, come in.
Signal is being jammed locally.
What the devil's going on here?
The big question is, what's going on up there? Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the starship Enterprise. Its 5-year mission: to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no man has gone before. Captain's log supplemental. During a general mining survey on an uninhabited planet, we've been attacked. Security Chief Dickerson, dead. In orbit, a similar ambush. Reason or reasons, unknown.
Deflector screens raised.
Minimal damage. Weapons and shields are Class 13.
They're not acknowledging hails, Mr. DeSalle.
Phaser set to 1/2.
Locked.
Fire.
Hostiles' weapons are offline.
Uhura, try to raise the landing party.
Aye, sir.
Reestablish orbit, Mr. Kyle. Zahn, scan for human life signs and have the transporter room stand by.
Still no contact with the planet, sir.
Damn! Bones!
all right. The hostiles have retreated, but communication links are still being jammed by a device on the surface.
Find it.
Who are you? Why did you attack us?
All your kind will pay.
Kirk here.
Communications restored.
Kirk to Enterprise.
Enterprise, Sal here.
Captain, we've been attacked, but we're undamaged. It's an alien ship of unknown design. We disabled their weapons,
But they've taken on a landing pod and are fleeing the system.
Mr. DeSalle, the landing party needs an emergency beam out. Have medical and security teams standing by in the transporter room. Plot a pursuit course on that alien vessel.
Still no response to our hail, sir.
We're falling back, Captain.
Scotty,
They're a wee bit faster, sir. We're stuck in the boilers.
how's the captain, Bones?
Well, he's sedated. He's got a concussion, but otherwise he's fine. Now, your nephew, on the other hand, is down there beating
The
himself.
business of this ship. He was distracted on the planet. He could have been killed.
Yeah, well, whose distraction are you worried about? His or yours? Now, you have an opportunity here to be a real father figure. Now, maybe you are more comfortable as his captain, but what that boy needs right now
What I need is my ship's chief medical officer to tend to ship's business. We're at red alert. Now get the prisoner ready for questioning.
Of course, Captain.
Spock, hostiles position.
They have exceeded our maximum speed and are slipping out of center range.
Scotty, we can't lose them.
We're giving it all we got, sir.
Captain, I'm reading several vessels incoming.
Confirmed. 9 vessels, similar configuration to the alien hostiles, on an intercept course.
DeSalle, tactical report.
they've got speed on their side, sir, but our weapons and shields completely outclass them. They haven't got a prayer.
Mr. Sulu, maintain course. Reduce speed.
Aye, sir.
Open a channel, Lieutenant. Let's give them one more chance.
Aye, sir. Channel open.
This is Captain James T. Kirk of the Federation Starship Enterprise. We have aboard a member of your team from the unprovoked attack on our vessel. Stand by and prepare.
Unremarkable lasers and weak gravitic torpedoes. Minimal damage to our shields.
Uhura.
This makes no sense. We'd have to lower our screens for them to do any damage.
On the contrary, Mr. Chekov, they're concentrating their fire on one area near our starboard nacelle strut. They appear familiar with our configuration. They will eventually break through our shields at that point.
Mr. Scott, reinforce the starboard shields. Chekov, half phasers. Warn them off.
Aye, sir.
One alien vessel has taken heavy damage and is losing life support. Another has lost warp power.
That's a warning, Mr. Chekov?
I'm sorry, sir. They're more fragile than I expected.
Shields at starboard nacelle strut down 3%.
It's like being attacked by kittens.
Indeed, but given enough time, their claws will do damage.
I'm not just going to order their destruction. Why won't they communicate with us?
They must believe that doing so would be less fruitful than their attack.
Security to sickbay. I want the prisoner brought to the bridge.
Who are you? Why did you attack us?
My name is Alkar Kirill, Adjutant Commander of the 9th Peshan Fleet. You will get no more from me.
We're not here to harm you or your people. If they would simply respond to our hails.
Our hails have always been answered by insult and invasion. Why would we answer yours? Impressive. Are you mercenaries or Alersa's new personal toy?
Alersa? Listen, I don't know anybody named Alersa. We're not your enemy.
You may as well kill me now. Your Meskin mind tricks won't work.
Meskin? We're not Meskin. We represent the United Federation of Planets. We're here on a peaceful mission.
Meskin murderer! 200 people on each interceptor!
We didn't fire. Captain!
There! perjure yourself again as the evidence against you destroys my fleet!
Jim, is that one of our ships?
Sir, the Eagle was lost 8 years ago with all hands.
On the other side of the quadrant.
There has been significant alteration, armor plating, disruptor cannons. But it is the Eagle, Captain, and she's attacking Peshan's ships with alacrity.
Mr. Scott, extend our shields to cover them.
We can't protect them all, sir. And the ones we can, it'll take some doing to maintain.
Do it. Lieutenant O'Hara, try to raise the Eagle.
They're jamming all channels, sir.
Captain, they're picking off the Peshan ships one by one.
Mr. Sulu, put us between them. Change course. 213, Mark 6.
Another Peshan vessel has been destroyed. Yet they continue to attack us from within our own shields.
Release them. Tell your people we're trying to protect them.
They won't listen. They'll assume subterfuge.
One Peshan vessel on collision course, attempting to ram.
Tractor beam.
Damage to secondary hull.
Shields are buckling, sir.
Damage control teams, decks 18 to 21.
The Peshans are breaking away from our shields. Eagle is altering course to pursue.
They cannot withstand an assault outside our protection.
Lock phasers on the Eagle, Mr. Chekov.
Eagle now targeting us, both phaser and disruptor banks.
Evasive. Return fire, Mr. Chekov. I want that ship to safety.
Lethal effect against their armor plating, Captain.
Spock, the prefix codes.
The prefix code may be intact, but normal ship-to-ship communication links are jammed.
Change our codes. The Eagle, how long?
8 years now. You really don't know? This isn't a trick.
A trick? Commander Kirill, this is a nightmare. Who commands that ship? Now!
Alersa. Vile, dangerous creature. She and her crew worm their way onto free vessels, twisting innocent minds to do their bidding.
Telepaths.
No, they don't read minds. They're psychomorphs. Twisting the perceptions of others and forcing the will upon those who are receptive. The Meskin used to revile those with such power, but now they've risen for control and cast Alersa as the savior.
What do they need to be saved from?
We're not proud of it, but foreign Peshan history, my people subjugated the Meskin. And Alersa's now bent on revenge. Captain, they've devastated our fleet from 700 strong to fewer than 70. No matter our past crimes, this is not justice.
Evasive means to evade, Mr. Chekov.
They've reconfigured their thruster ports and impulse drives, sir. They outrun us at sublight.
Let's show them what these engines can do.
Aye, sir.
Boom!
Dorsal shield's weakening.
They've blown the long-range subspace transceiver.
Centel, torpedoes, deck 24. There's no armor there.
We've damaged their cargo bay, Section 3A. They're breaking off.
They're the bully on the block, Spock. They're not used to having a bloody nose.
But there's no strategic value there.
Oh, yes, there is. It's a coolant junction for their weapons subsystems. There's bypasses, but they may not know about them.
Captain, the Eagle is hailing. It's a non-standard frequency. All other channels are still blocked, sir.
Stall them. Analyze that signal. If we can get into those computers while their weapons are down.
Aye, sir.
Commander Kirill, we're going to set this right.
I need to get back up there.
Nurse.
Will that help?
Yeah, me. It'll paralyze your fingers.
Where did you intern at Gulag?
I haven't killed you. Yet.
And how are you doing, Mr. Kirk?
Other than my destroyed career, I wasn't thinking down there. I rushed out, got myself shot. Stupid mistake. I endangered the whole landing party, the ship. I'm sure my uncle is drawing up the transfer orders himself.
Yes, probably is. We are in the middle of a space battle with 2 unknown attack forces, and the security guard who dashed instead of crawled on the planet's surface is foremost on the captain's mind.
My actions could have gotten people killed.
Perhaps it was a clever diversion.
It wasn't. It was a mistake.
Ensign, if you continue to crucify yourself like this, you're going to drive yourself insane.
Listen to him. He's speaking from experience.
Sir, mistakes are supposed to be a learning experience. If I don't examine them, I won't learn.
And that's something that most people never understand. It's examine, not dissect.
Thank you, Lieutenant. Sir, am I fit for duty?
Yeah, but your shift has ended. Take advantage of the downtime. Doctor's orders.
We're at red alert. I'm needed at my station.
Ensign, someone else will cover your station. Give yourself a break. Go. You can save the galaxy tomorrow. Remind you of anyone you know?
Yes, but he doesn't need to punish himself for everything.
Of course not. He's not Russian.
Am I fit for duty now, Doctor?
Nope. But that's never stopped you before. Go on. You're released. Get out of here.
We're in, sir. They've replaced many of the computer systems.
These changes are acting like a firewall. There's no remote access from here, sir.
Then get me their logs as far back as you can.
Aye, sir.
Done slacking?
I am not the one who was malingering on extended leave.
There's more to life than Starfleet, my friend.
Lies.
Captain, we're locked out. We've retrieved some of the logs, nothing recent.
They're going to take some time to decrypt.
Then let's buy some. Uhura, patch me through. Alersa?
Don't be fooled, Captain. She's quite deadly, especially in person.
I'll take that under advisement.
It seems we've gotten off on the wrong foot, Captain Pike.
It's Captain Kirk. Your library computers are out of date.
Captain Kirk. You'll forgive me, of course.
Oh, of course. Now just return that ship.
Oh dear. You're going to be difficult. How disappointing. Do you really expect me to give up such a comfortable ship? It's so cozy. Well, perhaps we can come to an understanding, Captain. I could send a shuttlecraft for you if you like, and we could discuss an armistice of sorts here on my flagship. I could even give you a tour of the improvements we've made.
That's an interesting proposal, but why don't I just slit my throat for you right now and save you all the trouble?
You would do that for little old me?
I've warned him about you, Alersa. He's not going to put himself in your clutches.
Oh, Kara, I hope you are well, and how are the rest of your family? Oh dear, I miscounted. None are left.
I don't suppose you'd like to beam over to this vessel and we'll have a little chat.
Beaming? Yes, the transporters. That is one technology that we have been unable to decipher. Kirk, if you would be willing to let my technicians...
That's not gonna happen, Captain.
codes are either corrupt or different.
Oh, he's a clever boy. I'm sure he changed them as soon as he realized we were a threat. He's not like that blue buffoon. Kirk is formidable.
Do you fancy him?
Careful, Andok. A tongue as sharp as yours could slit its own throat. Remember, darling, one can never have too many pets. Condris, how long?
Any moment, milady.
Excellent.
She's no fool. She knew those codes would be changed.
She's stalling. Why?
She may be waiting for assistance. Our intelligence reports indicate that she's developed a new battleship. I thought your vessel one of them. That's why we attacked you.
Scanning. They're effectively hampering our long-range sensors, the disadvantage of their close familiarity with our systems.
Eagle is hailing again, Captain.
I'm sorry we couldn't come to an understanding, Captain Kirk. Perhaps we'll renegotiate when my boot is on your throat.
Captain's Log Supplemental. The USS Eagle, missing for 8 years, has been found in the hands of alien aggressors. Reverse engineering our technology, they've apparently created their own starships. An enemy Starfleet.
Spock analysis.
An interesting amalgam of Federation and alien technologies, Captain. They have less of the inveterate armor and weapons arrays of the Eagle.
Of course, she keeps the most powerful vessel under her control. Mr. Chekov, concentrate your fire on the newer ship. Mr. Sulu, alternate warp and sublight attack vectors. Keep them guessing.
Aye, sir.
Protect the Starstalker. I have not come this far against the Peshan to have it all taken away by one Federation ship! Fight them, Endok. Fight them as if your life depends on it!
Coolant leak, Deck 7, Section 2.
Damage control, Deck 7, clear and contain.
Engineering on the comm, sir.
Scotty.
We've got 3 main power couplings down, Captain. We rerouted it, but it's jury-rigged. It'll take an hour to repair.
Understood. Kirk out.
The Meskin hybrid starship is disabled and drifting. Sensors detect 7 incoming contacts. Peshan design.
Kirill, you've got to make them understand we're not their enemy.
They won't believe me, Captain. They'll assume I'm under psychomorphic control.
The Eagle is changing course, turning on the Peshan.
My God. Our technology is going to slaughter the Peshan fleet.
Full scan of the Eagle's current configuration now complete. Reviewing it will take time, but it may provide us with an exploitable weakness.
With Mr. Scott needing an hour, we've got to find a way to knock out our screens.
Those circuit nodes are heavily protected from weapons fire.
What about a stimulus overload?
Possible. Such a flash will impair our sensors as well, however, leaving us open to attack from both Peshan and Meskin forces.
It's a chance we're going to have to take, Mr. Spock. I don't want to see another ship destroyed by a Starfleet vessel.
What's happened?
Sensors are down across the grid. The Enterprise caused it. We cannot accurately maneuver or fire. We're blind.
Then fire on Kirk's last known position. Voral, get those sensors fixed. Now!
Mr. Sulu, continue on the pre-plotted course. Get us some distance.
Aye, sir.
We're likely to recover sensors simultaneously with the Eagle, but the Peshan may rebound more quickly. Confirmed. They already have.
Transfer all power to the deflector screens. Stand down from battle stations. Mr. DeSalle.
They'll hold against the Peshan lasers, sir.
If we could get out of jamming range for 30 seconds, sir, I could get out a burst transmission to Starfleet Command.
Captain, we can't wait for your fleet to arrive. Those new ships of hers will destroy my people.
Lieutenant Uhura, get me the information from the Eagle's logs. I want to know how to hurt her. Mr. Spock, you have the com. Engineering.
Decade. One of your officers needs his captain. I'd call that ship's business.
Enter.
Captain. At ease, Ensign.
I'd be on duty, sir, but the doctor has ordered otherwise.
Well, doctor's orders can be a bit annoying at times. Dr. McCoy is under the impression that you need a little guidance. That maybe you're being a bit too hard on yourself over this incident on the planet.
I'm trying to learn from my mistakes, sir. That was your order.
Peter, that was advice, not an order. You might try listening to me a little bit. It might be easier for you if you just relax. Could you just please sit down?
Lieutenant Chekov thinks I'm overanalyzing.
You are. And I know this because it's what another Ensign Kirk used to do. Listen, your distraction on the planet, perfectly normal. Your wounds, very raw. But there's no way he would want you to risk your life for his memory.
No, sir, he wouldn't.
Then don't. More than anybody else on this ship, I know that you came here to be with him. And for no other reason. And now that he's gone, you feel alone. Really alone. Peter, you're not alone. Nobody on this ship is alone. And you have a duty to honor his memory. Honor it by living. Please don't let his loss be the weight that pulls you down.
Is that what you would do? If you lost someone you loved so much?
It's what I've done.
I'd like to return to duty, sir, but the doctor...
Yes, the doctor. What exactly did McCoy have to say to you?
To take advantage of the downtime.
Peter, that's exactly what you should do.
Don't waste my time, Boral. If sensors aren't restored, I expect for you to be working on them.
Alersa, my apologies. My report. I've restored some circuits, but not all. With time...
Time? How much time, Boral? The time it takes to bandage a wound?
I don't know, my lady. We've never done battle with such a ship as theirs. They know more about certain systems.
They don't know me yet, and you too. Will you fail me? You know the consequences.
Yes, my lady.
Yes, you'll fail me?
No, I'll restore the sensors.
Immediately?
You have my word. And my heart.
Of course I do.
Do you think the captain has someone in mind yet to replace Dickerson?
Think you should concentrate more on getting your sea legs under you before vying for department chief? You have a knack for this stuff. Scotty will be eager to Shanghai you for extra work.
We've decrypted the Eagle log data.
Captain's log. Stardate 813.2. An imperfection in our dilating crystals have caused an engine imbalance. This created a wormhole and sent us across the quadrant. Long-range communications are down. We have received an answer to our distress call from a race nearby known as the Mesca. They sent a ship to help. Captain's log supplemental. The Mesca. The doctor warned me. Must attempt self-destruct. Last resort. Take as many of them with us as we can. No!
Maybe the doctor wasn't affected.
The captain obviously was. Alersa affected his mind. She made him do things. Give orders he otherwise wouldn't have. That crew was bound to follow.
My wife suffered the same fate. She was the captain in our fleet. 3 years ago, Alersa captured her, twisted her mind, used her against us all. At Alersa's order, Shadi killed my commander and destroyed his vessel. To avoid further carnage, I had to give the order to... My wife's death was at my own hands. Alersa did more than deprive Shadi of her identity, Captain. She stole from me my life. When I thought you Meskin, I thought my fate would be the same as Shadi's. I owe you an apology.
No. We owe you. For allowing our technology to be stolen and used against you in the first place. Options, Mr. Scott.
Darn few. That blasted armor's a rhodidium derivative alloy, protecting our most sensitive areas.
Scans of the armor's characteristics indicate a large fleet moving toward the Peshan homeworld.
Captain, you must stop them.
We can't engage an entire fleet. We'd be killing thousands. We've got to take the Eagle back, kill the snake at its head.
While its body devours my people?
There may be a way to stop both Alersa and her fleet. A review of the Eagle's logs indicate this area of space is uncommonly susceptible to subspace disruption. Local subspace disequilibrium. Were the Eagle's engine output modified, it would disrupt subspace in this area for some time, rendering faster than light travel impossible.
They're not going to voluntarily modify their engines.
It would take a saboteur.
Wait a minute. This area includes where exactly?
We cannot know the location of every Meskin hybrid starship. To be effective, the disruption must encompass both star systems.
My God, Jim, that would isolate them totally. What if their colony worlds can't survive without support? Millions could die on both sides.
Mr. Spock, how long would this disruption last?
Unknown.
Many of our colonies would find life difficult for a time. But this would keep my homeworld safe.
And what of the Meskin? Who speaks for them? They can't all support this war. Those who don't die along with those who do?
Such is the unfortunate price of warfare, Doctor. We are not the aggressors.
Yeah, well, ask the dead if they give a damn who the aggressors are.
Fewer would die this way.
You don't know that. You can't know that. Jim, we can't do this.
I agree with the doctor. We'd be making a decision that would affect not only this generation, but countless generations to come.
We can't doom two cultures like this.
Captain, you argue for a posterity that won't exist should we die today.
Commander, this isn't the answer. Kirk here.
Sensors have been restored, Captain, but the Eagle's already gone.
Find them. All hands, battle stations. Captain's log, stardate 7232.8. Commander Kuril has contacted his government. They have approved the subspace destabilization plan. That makes my decision no easier. What's left of the Peshan forces have pulled back to defend their homeworld from an attacking domestic fleet that I must stop. If necessary, with the drastic measures Spock has suggested. She's alone again. Target the Eagle.
Aye, sir.
2 vessels incoming. Hybrid Meskin starships. Time to intercept 3.2 minutes.
Our 6th Fleet. 7,500 souls. They're gone. Now nothing stands between her and my planet.
We've got to get through that armor.
Captain, it may be possible to strengthen our phasers enough to burn through. We could reroute their power directly to the warp engines.
Our relays aren't designed to withstand that.
Bypass them.
Aye, but the firing circuits will only hold for a minute or two.
A minute or two will get her attention, Mr. Scott.
Aye, sir.
Mr. Spock, this plan. How certain are you this thing's gonna work?
The problem is not execution, but timing. In order for the Enterprise to escape the subsequent dead zone, the engine imbalance which created the wormhole and brought the Eagle to this system must be duplicated, in only moments before setting off the subspace disruption.
Kuril, are you sure about this? Are your people sure?
I'm not. But it's a price they are willing to pay. There will at least be peace if neither side can visit war on the enemy. If we are to be trapped together forever, maybe it's just accounting for our respective crimes.
I can send you home in a shuttle. You'll reach your colony in time.
Captain, I was an astrophysicist. If my people were to be lost to space normal travel, someone needs to be outside the phenomena, looking for a solution. And I have no family to return to.
What adjustments do I need to make to the Eagle's engines?
Captain, I'm the logical choice to beam over to the Eagle and effect the modifications. Alersa's abilities may be a threat to you, while my Vulcan mental disciplines
are needed here. That woman murdered a starship captain and killed his crew. I'm going, Spock.
It will take 2 saboteurs. Someone must route power to the proper circuits, while the other modifies the plasma flow.
Peter.
Yes, sir?
I understand that you've been polishing your engineering skills. Good. Because you're coming with me.
We're cruising at warp 8, heading deep into our system.
Increased speed to match.
The drain to the engines will limit disruptor batteries and our structural integrity.
Doc! Intercept the Enterprise. Everything that I have worked to achieve will not be destroyed. You know why? Do you? Because you will not let that happen.
Mr. Scott, request permission to assist with the warp phasers.
Warp phasers? Is that what we're calling them now?
They will be powered by the warp engine, sir.
Aye. You lads finish these bypasses. I gotta get back to ruining my engines.
Balancing the engines puts the lives of everyone on board at risk. Nobody knows that better than Scotty.
What if it doesn't work, and there is no wormhole?
We're sending out a warp buoy ahead of the destabilization wave. Starfleet will be briefed in 3 weeks.
And we'll be trapped here?
Not to worry, Ensign. There's a Class M planet only 13 years away at Impulse.
Mr. Chekov, it's the Eagle we want. Even the odds.
Aye, sir.
Eagle is returning fire. All weapons banks.
Casualty reports. Multiple injuries, Captain.
Bridge to Kyle.
Captain, I should really run a diagnostic.
We need those phasers now.
These circuits weren't meant for this. They're gonna blow.
Kyle, throw the switch.
Captain, phasers online.
Fire.
Shields and weapons offline.
Hide them from Kirk and jam their sensors. And get those weapons back!
Shot. Phasers, torpedoes, the whole weapon subsystem. Gone.
Kyle, get those weapons back online.
Aye, sir.
Uhura, get me the Eagle.
On screen.
Alersa, I think it's time we meet face to face. We're prepared to beam you aboard the Enterprise.
Captain Kirk, I had no idea what a developed sense of humor you Starfleet men have.
Oh, we flexed our muscles. We've tested each other. We've looked and we've found our strengths and weaknesses. Let's talk. I'm sure we can come to some sort of understanding.
So now it's my turn to slit this pretty throat for you?
No. I'll come to you. This way you'll get a first-hand look at the operation of our transporters.
Captain Kirk, you become more interesting with each passing moment. Come to me.
Transporter control has been rewired so we can beam both signals in at the same time. Second signal won't be detected. We've rigged it for maximum speed transport to limit time shields are down.
You have the coordinates to beam Ensign Kirk to the Jeffries tube.
Aye, sir.
Keep a lock on those subcutaneous transponders at all times. And you. Try not to dig this one out with a spoon.
Energize.
Energizing.
Two Kirks. God must be punishing me. If we were smart, we'd kill him now.
What's the delay?
He's aboard, my lady. We'll take him to the briefing room.
My quarters, Andok.
I thought that...
Andok, what have I told you about thinking? Don't think! Just do as I say!
No change, Mr. Spock. We can't maintain a lock on the captain's transponder. We've done everything we can to boost the signal.
The armor is interfering with the transmission.
What about Peter?
I have a lock on Ensign Kirk. He's in a less protected section. Mr. Spock, if we can reach the captain by communicator to establish his general position and keep the shields down 75% longer...
That would leave the Enterprise open to heavy attack should the Eagle restore her weapons.
Spock, we are not leaving Jim behind.
If we cannot locate him, Doctor, we may not have a choice.
Captain Kirk. Well, in person at last. Are you truly here to talk? Or are you secretly planning to kill me?
Well, telling you would take away half the challenge, wouldn't it?
Oh, we are two of a kind.
Why don't we just start with a tour of your modifications?
I have something else in mind.
Alersa?
Do not question me, Andor, or your next visit to these quarters will be far less pleasant than usual.
No guards? I'm flattered.
You don't strike me as the type of man who would hurt a defenseless lady.
And you don't strike me as a lady. Who's defenseless?
You are right about one thing. I'm anything but defenseless. You see we are the same, don't you?
Yes, we are. But not exactly.
I'm glad you noticed, Captain.
Call me Jim.
Call me Alersa. Jim, you were going to tell me why you're here.
I'd like to.
Yes.
I can't.
You can. Jim. You trusted me the moment we met.
I trusted you.
Yes.
From the moment we first met.
Modifications complete, Mr. Spock.
Acknowledged. Activated Mr. Sintel's signal for transporter coordination.
Peter, the captain's transponder isn't working.
Mr. Spock, stand by. I can set this to trigger remotely. I'm going to find the captain.
Jim, I think it's time for you to tell me why you're here.
Your armor, modifications. It would take us years to learn about them from scans. I came to get the information for Starfleet.
Jim, that would have been very, very, very naughty. You should beg forgiveness, shouldn't you?
I should.
Yes.
I should.
Yes.
The transporter. You want it. I could show you how to fix it.
Yes. Show me. Show me to have more power and all will be forgiven.
Take me to your engineer.
Yes.
I'll show him.
Yes. It's all right. Impossible. You couldn't have.
Oh, I wouldn't have. Not with you.
Somehow I knew I'd find you here. What happened?
Exhaustion. What are you doing here?
There's no signal from your transponder. I've set the disruption to trigger by remote. Inside.
Mr. Spock, we've lost both signals now.
They've restored weapons and are charging all ports.
The imbalance will begin at warp 1, but if they fire their disruptors...
Take evasive action.
The Eagle's engines are whining like a toy. We got less than 50 seconds.
Enterprise, 2 to beam out. Deck 5, Section 7.
Transporter room, prepare to energize. Lower the shields. Mr. Sintel, you have 42.9 seconds.
We've got them, Mr. Spock.
Shields up.
Launch the warp buoy, Mr. Chekov. Mr. Sulu, warp 1. Federation space, Captain.
Exactly 3 parsecs from Starbase 7.
I thought we might need the benefit of their repair facilities.
Did you kill her?
She's stranded, Commander. Powerless. I'd call that justice.
A shallow justice, Captain.
Captain's log, stardate 7233.1. Repairs are almost complete. Starfleet has gathered a task force which will be heading for Peshan space. Probes detect the dead zone blanketing the entirety of the Peshan and Meskin systems. For how long? We can't be sure.
Come.
You wanted to see me, sir.
Yes, I did. Mr. Chekov, your idea to channel the phasers through the main warp engines, do you realize it destroyed the entire weapons subsystems?
Yes, sir, I'm aware of that. I'm sorry, sir.
You saved the ship. You saved my life on the planet.
Captain, I was only doing what any good officer would do.
Mr. Chekov, you consistently see dangers to this ship and to this crew long before the rest of us do. You're at the navigation station, you strategize and analyze, and see things the rest of us never dream of. You have a fatalistic heart, Mr. Chekov.
Sir, I am sorry I have disappointed you.
I'm going to make you Chief of Security. In addition to your duties as navigator.
Thank you, sir.
You realize, of course, this will put Mr. Kirk under your direct command. I understand you've already taken him under your wing.
Not that I'm aware of, sir.
Well, he's going to need a mentor. And I can't think of anyone more suited to the task. You know how he is. He's a bit too rash. Stubborn. Competitive. He's way too hard on himself. Consensus on this ship is that he reminds you of somebody else.
Yes, you. Captain.
Captain, gentlemen, I'm glad we got a chance to say goodbye before I transport to the Lexington. My people are safe, and I have all of you to thank for it. Especially you, for risking yourself to Alersa's powerful will.
Well, she'd never met a Kirk before.
We have will to spare, sir.
And we managed to use it together.
Commander Kirill, good luck on finding a solution to the dead zone. I shall be interested in monitoring the progress of the task force.
There may be no solution coming.
No. But it was necessary to stop the slaughter. Perhaps now both sides will be more focused on the problems that the dead zone presents, rather than a war that can no longer be fought.
Well, I hope that you see your home again and that your people prosper, no matter what their conditions.
Lexington signals. They're ready, sir.
Safe travels, Commander.
And you, Captain.
Energize.
Now there goes one brave man. The Peshan are a brave people to have embraced a solution with such complex challenges.
The challenge begins now, Spock. We're facing life in a world. Every day presents a new set of challenges. It's going to take a lot of courage to work together for the common good. Courage, gentlemen. The order of the day. This is James Cawley. Stay tuned for exciting scenes from our next Star Trek.
Next time on Star Trek Phase 2.
Reading something ahead for now. It looks to be a nebula.
Should we wake the
Captain, sir?
I don't understand it. I have not broken my vow.
What's wrong, Estelle?
I'm pregnant, Doctor.
That child may pose a threat to the ship in ways that we can't even anticipate. No matter how much Estelle loves that child, it was placed inside her by an unknown alien. For an unknown reason.
Mother.
Something is being beamed aboard from the alien cylinder.
Alien energy beam is focused on Impulse Engine Plasma Cooling Unit 2.
Lock phasers on target.
Locked on target, sir.
Fire.
Medical team to engineering. Lieutenant Ross has taken a massive dose of theta radiation.
Do you have any idea whether or not she's connected to that cylinder out there?
I didn't mean to hurt you.
Spock, what happened?
Less intoxicating.
Mr. Scott is dying. I have to help him.
It is an extreme biotoxin, and we were exposed to a lethal dose. Unless Dr. McCoy can counteract it within 6.2 hours, it will kill us all.